currently serving out a 6-month ban, will return in April potentially. He has been helping them as well and saying, guys, we've just won essentially the Pro League Finals. We are one of the best teams in the world. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Let's humble ourselves, reimagine ourselves and go again. From what, the first couple of rounds I was a bit concerned. Otherwise, they look composed even in the rounds they're losing, and it's going great.
We can see Fulch just falling foul of one of those Legion traps early on, and he will lose a fraction of life to it and a bit of time. He's also out of drones as well. At this point, we've still got 8 drones available to Space Station Gaming, so they are in a good position information-wise. There's no reason they should be going in blind anywhere. We can see the top floor east wall has been opened up again just outside of a minute this time, so it was held on to for slightly longer. But the important thing is that Navi haven't lost anybody off the board, and they pretty much, if you look at their operator lineup, they've foregone keeping that wall closed. You know, they've maybe had a token effort. Nello might have had a mute jammer on there just to slow things down, but the bandit's off the board and they've accepted that that's going to get open.
What I like is Navi are reading into this very well, because what they've identified now, and it has happened every single time, so much so they're even still open the same wall, is they get control of the west of site, they get that east wall open, they all drop off and rotate instead in towards garage and push through there as 3 or 4. That's exactly what's going on. Look how many drones they've got. They're like cockroaches crawling around right now, trying to get the angle in, but Fultz once again with another one tap onto Sace is going to give the numbers advantage over to SSG. He got the opening kill against Pi in the last round, so things are repeated for him here in terms of having a good game. Thinking they find the second, but that timer ace, I can't help but look at it and go 50 seconds are left again, and they are still trying to get control of
for SSG. Instead of opening up Workshop, they're going to open up Garage and Server. They can open Workshop as well, using Bosco's Excaros, but it is definitely a shift in focus, and that's a really good kill.
And Citizen is off doing his thing on Jaeger, trying to cause some trouble.
5 versus 3 as we stand, so as you say, Space Station have all the advantages here in terms of man count, but not necessarily in terms of time. We always say it time and time again in Siege that the clock is on the defender's side. The attackers are the ones who have to make something happen. Nello stepping up with a great kill onto Bosco, and that is perfectly timed for Navi here. That is exactly what they needed. We can see Kendrew just using the Echo drone there to give as much information as he can and potentially to deny this plant. Out comes another C4 toss. We saw that successfully from saves previously. Nello has no choice but to run into sight to try for some denial there, thinking with a 2-3 like Rampy, and to get those wins to take him off the board. Rampy is currently 8-0. He's having an absolute field day in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, and as things are standing so far, the grenade kill coming through from Rampy onto Kendra as well as he tried to go for a trip. They almost catch out Nello, but he moved away about 3 seconds previously. So good for them. They've got control of Garage, but we're down to 35 seconds. So this has definitely been a slower round from SSG. They're going to have to move fast if they want to make this work. And you can hear the drones all around Nello right now. And they're pushing up here onto the catwalk. 2 of them together, goes for a C4. Doesn't matter, he's looking the wrong way. Into a 4 versus 2. Saves will get one back onto Bosco. 20 seconds remain, and SSG have got to move fast.
They really do, and move fast they are as they head into sight. They've got that soft wall opened up with now the garage control. That's going to open up the default plant spot, and we can see they've moved in there, and Canadian is getting that plant down. Oh, what a C4 toss from Saves though, taking Canadian off the board. That will prevent the diffuser being planted
on the wall. We're going to see just a couple of those X-Kairos ending up detonating as a result. The players further deep in cash, they're able to easily just tap those out one by one. Bosco is still hunting down this player hiding up on the catwalk, and in the meantime, Foxay is going to make...
The reason why I think it's a lot more detrimental to SSG than it would be normally is because of Nip winning all those maps in a row.
So it's a cash CCTV tape for SSG, and they will take out Pino, and there you go, the crowd's got some life in it. And Goyo, who was so strong playing downstairs in Garage, had taken Bosco out the last time this execute from SSG was on the site. He will not have that same success this time. Remember SSG to check your corners. That's exactly where Psycho is going to play. Busey's inside a Garage. He'll be trying to hold down a push that will come out in the later portion of a round from SSG, as we'll see in the previous round. You also had somebody from Nip playing well off site. His position might have been given away. It's actually Psycho. He gets droned out. He turns around, takes a lot of damage. He has a hatch to drop from, well set up. He'll run on over towards Stock. Nobody can catch him right now. There are no drones, no follow-up whatsoever. Musey still has 3 stim pistols. Thank you One more, please. Thank you. Psycho back to full HP, and he will be as good as gone. So the only thing that will really be wasted from SSG will be their munitions. Two-stim pistols will be crucial. There's still one left, and he's going to be able to get himself back up if the dog gets down. Still, a minute left to go. We've got the opening pick. SSG now need to tackle this wall inside of construction. Rampy will join Canadian. Impact tricky to keep on this wall. The answer is no, as nobody can get. Still has impacts left. That was another thing that Pino was really important for, and that presence is gone.
Defender has left the designated
Psycho playing the typical peek. Buy strip. This is a dangerous angle, but it doesn't seem like SSG are actually aware of it. Could get one for Psycho. There's no opportunity right now for Psycho to get anything, but he's waiting for his moment. Wall gets opened up in Workshop. There it is, Psycho with the run out. Bosco goes down. B window is no longer being pressured. Canadian, though, does get the entry, and that's his first kill for this map. He's going to continue pushing into the site as Volts, his teammate, supports him, getting Muzi. A bad rotation from Julio is caught, and it's all Psycho now. He got the first kill for his team. He's going to... to work with 3 players still from SSG on each side of this diffuser, and they're distracted by the gameplay. Just kidding. I was distracted by something entirely different. But there is gameplay going on. And we've got about a minute transpired in this round.
Goyo being brought out on a gym defense is very common. We see that from a lot of teams. He's good at utility soak. He's good at keeping your team in it until the very final moment because of that area denial. And if you are as an attacker, do not bring enough of the goods. In this case, they do definitely have it with both a Buck and a Zofia. Well, you're not going to be able to deal with that whale. I don't know if NBK's been thrown down below. You might actually be able to take advantage of this. The Jaeger lurks. He gets spotted. As he tries his ascent, he gets shot away at from the Buck, and he falls off. He'll find safety down in blue and continue to rotate as he can hear the Zofia, and NVK will just continue to go round and round and round towards the main stage. Wow, that was double swear.
There goes.
Apologies for those that were listening. That was double swear words. Apologies for people listening.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bosco will get Necrox. And there goes one for Evil Geniuses. Good start there for SSG.
The question is, whose C4 is that? Because we could hear the sound of that Nitro cell waiting. Is it Envy, or is it Necrox, or is it...
I think it was the Bandits, yeah.
I think so, yeah, because the other two both held onto it still. Both Goyo as well as the Mirror have access to the explosive, so it's going to make an annoying noise, but it's not going to do all that much. It's no effect at all. First of all, Kano shield goes off, and Fultz will drone on through it. Cash is clear, you can take it, but there is a soft wall that you have to be very wary about. Gotcha gets finished off by his own fire. Oh my, oh no, that is not good. You do not want that at all. 2 from SSG though, 30 seconds left. Patience as you have numbers. That's exactly what Rampy is going to do up on the roof. He hasn't even entered the building yet. He tossed out a frag grenade. It hits the feet of Young and it will down him. Rampy's got the marks as there's a drone there. Nearly takes the head off his teammate. Fultz gets the kill, thirsts it. NBK by the bathroom takes out one. Positioned over towards logistics. Frag grenade's going to get tossed out. He's last alive and Rampy.
And that's a really good start for Space Station. Even though he's not dead, Mo will die to just about anything. Here comes the nade to get rid of the bandit, and there it is. But it gets, yep, Necrox, dead and gone. Necrox did get the X arrows, so he did his job, I suppose, but not at that cost. That's too much.
This is remarkably efficient and incredibly ruthless, what we're seeing so far.
It's like SSG just knows.
Yeah. They've obviously practiced this really effectively, and this is one of the most dominant performances we've seen out of a team so far. Now, mind you, this can change in the blink of an eye.
Oh, wow. How does he get away?
Maybe he gets stuck on that as Young returns fire. Speaking of, Volcanic Shield's been blown up inside of Cash. Fultz walks in. He's got somebody near him in bathrooms. He'll go onto a drone in construction while the rest of SSG rotates. Over towards logistics they go. Soft destruction and hard destruction happening in spades. You hear an exothermic charge go, and Mira continuously gets tagged. scared away by the fact that she's marked with a drone, almost pinged again as she heads towards the back of logistics office. She'll win the fight against Canadian. Young makes those kind of shots happen. C4 goes out, and Fultz is in hot pursuit. Frag grenade in front of him, and he manages to survive as it's all out brawl. Mo would sustain so much heavy damage before in a 1v4. Finished off by Fultz.
Citizen Pie both have bulletproof cameras, and then we've got saves on the Valkyrie, we've got Kendrew on the Mozzie, so they are going information overload, both in terms of denial and in terms of trying to use it, and we know how important that can be in Siege. So round number 1 has kicked off underway. The 6th Invitational has kicked off in full force now. We're going to be down in Church and Arsenal here on Clubhouse, and the tension is high.
It absolutely is. I wonder who gets the first kill of SI, because that surely is the kind of thing you put on your Twitter bio once this is concluded.
Is it going to be our stream or is it going to be the Bravo stream? No, that's the question.
Race. No one knows, absolutely. But as I said, we are on the downstairs. Very commonly where you would see a Thatcher being employed here to make sure you can definitely open up the hatches. That's why we saw the Kai ban come away, because the Electroclaw gadget, very, very good at preventing hard breaches such as Hibana and the Thermite from being able to get those opened up. And by the looks of it, SSG are making the right call here and really spacing things out. They've even got 2 up here on the top floor, so Na'Vi actually borrowing a little bit from SSG and saying, you know what, we're going to hold the top floor. But Rampy goes, you know what, we've seen this 10,000 times. It's a strat that we run. You are not going to keep us away from getting these kills. And Rampy, as said, is going to find the opening kill. One of the key players, the second one comes through for him as Saves goes down and Na'Vi already into a 5 versus 3.
We told you to keep a close eye on Rampy, and that is exactly why we said it, coming in with 2 huge entry frags for Space Station Gaming, and that is not the start that Navi will have wanted here. Now, it's interesting, we've seen Navi trying to play this top floor defense. If you remember, they did exactly the same in round 1 against Fours, week 1 of Pro League, and they had the same outcome. They got absolutely decimated up on the top floor. It's not worked again this time, so that's maybe something that they need to think about reviewing. We've got Bosco in here as Hibana just opening that kitchen hatch up, so that's going to start applying pressure to the 3 on site as well now.
I'm somewhat surprised because with Citizen and Pi playing on Vigil and Capsule respectively, you have impact nades there, and they could have denied that going off, but no attempt was really made. Perhaps interesting to note as well, I was just about to talk about it, we've currently got the Vigil playing on site, not commonly where you would see him. It normally would be a Roma. Rampy finds a triple kill, and this is a way to make a name for yourself in the first round. 3 kills going his way. This round is all coming up Rampy.
Rampy is an absolute demon, and he's on a tear from round number 1. The potential for an ace is still there. The potential for an ace is real as Rampy comes in with kill number 4, taking the Vigil off the board. That leaves Pi all alone. He will get 1 onto Rampy. He has to go 1 versus 5. He won't be able to. And Rampy finishes things off. Starts us off.
Rampy is going to find somebody by the main bar. So we are seeing, by the way, this is the strategy that has been employed by many teams, but I think I just don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure it was Lycan who talked about how they were the ones to pioneer this, and by they I mean SSG. When they put up these castle barricades on the main bar, it's actually being used against SSG in this case. Let's see if it works out. Young is going to be stunned and open up from behind, and the barrel is spotted, and there goes Young. Good job to Rampy and coordination with Fultz to clear it off the bar. They understand this setup very well, clearly.
I mean, you're trying to use it against the pioneers, so to speak.
So to speak, yes.
So to speak, as some may
Speak so.
Some may speak. Not everybody, but some. Rampy finds another. Goodbye to Mo. NBK on the roam finds Rampy, though, so the buck will be only able to get 2. And then some denial going down over towards Lounge, with late Pest being sent in that direction. Bandit's still up top as well. So you've got only 1 member of Evil Geniuses down on the site. That's going to be the Miro with the lone Miro wall. And all it doesn't really matter. He's going to do tons of damage to Canadian.
The really big thing there is that, yes, he took out Canadian, but also he's got to cross over to Church. That means that Church is no longer unmanned. And while SSG is going to be pushing into Arsenal, there's a little bit of versatility here on EG. They could potentially deny this plant with a C4 if they place it and time it correctly, but oh, there goes the C4. It missed, actually. That could have been a stick, but no plant. The second C4 goes out, no kill for that either. Necrox, though, did get a kill on the retake. Don't know why I couldn't say that right.
That's down Bosco.
Thinking nade going to NBK though, inside Arsenal. He's going to try and pick up Bosco. Necrox has been having a really good round. In the hallway, he will fall back in the nick of time. And Thinking Nade has to reassess the situation. Again for the attempted pickup. Necrox for the clutch. With 2 guns against him now, it's not going to be easy. Both of these players will die pretty quickly. Plant's going down though, and it will be a post plant as this is stuck by Thinking Nade.
Obviously done for good reason. obviously for the roam as well. It was EG who banned it, so they're expecting Space Station to go on a similar roam to what we saw at EG from that very first round, which is on that second floor. The Mute Mozzie combo, you're going to hear it a lot. Mumo, we need to shorten it or something. Way too...
Mute Mozzie.
Mute Mozzie is way too...
Mumo is kind of weird. It's a rush from SSG as they get into Arsenal. Rampy dodges the C4, and Canadian will pick up Necrox, who is trying to stop that. There are not enough anchors to hold onto the site. Canadian will get this plant nice and easy. Dirt in control as well. There's 2 more for SSG as EG attempts to retake. Modiga will get 1 onto Bosco, so at least there's that for Evil Geniuses. But in a post plant, he will be eliminated, leaving just NVK with the Roni and a Dream. 20 bullets in this magazine, that's not very much. His position is well known, trying to follow the tracers here. He knows one's in dirt, and there he goes.
Merge their names together there because they did come as a package deal. But you had the Valkyrie playing in blue rather than playing over by Arsenal. So I was a little confused as to what they did. They're going to get a second crack at it. They've changed some things up. I think you're right. I think the Kaid's a better pick than the Mute. We'll see if it actually does anything here, as you also see a change from Space Station. So no Sledge. They've got a Buck on the board instead. Everything else is pretty standardized.
I appreciate seeing Rampy's caution too. Despite the fact that they're droning out the top 2 floors, you saw him checking angles, you saw him pre-firing spots. He is very prepared for Sonics to do something unexpected and come at them. Now Sonics, again, still very passive during this first minute here. All of them sitting on site, no one trying to do anything crazy, just again trying to look at any openings they can respond to. But I like Space Station's caution. They don't want to just take it for granted that Sonics is a team that I'm sure they think they can beat just fine. You don't want to take that for granted. You've got to go in this just completely swinging, make sure you take every single round you can. I mean, the shorter you can make the match, you know, the more you can prepare for the next one. But at the same time, they are going to start working their way down towards side a little bit here. They need to clear some of these hatches. That is a Kite Electric Claw on the kitchen hatch they want to deal with. Thinking Nate still has 2 EMPs to help with that.
Well, I do think it is worth reminding people that we are playing on the older patch, which is when the Kaid Electric Claw radius was significantly smaller.
May not affect a lot of the walls in this particular map, just because a lot of them are 2 walls anyways, but Rampy though, he's showing some sledding down first.
I love the face cam reactions, because you can tell that this is personal for Space Station. Rampy obviously very happy as he's doing his best Clark Kent impersonation with those glasses, let's be honest. A very fashionable look, very fashion forward for a gamer, no gamer wear here. So you've opened up the hatches, you have no X-Kairos left, most of your hard destruction is done, you got about a minute to go. You still got the Kaid playing safely inside a church, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a church take at all for Space Station. So where are they going to go? They're likely going to hit blue in the back of Arsenal, with Bosco watching from above. Some drone work allows him to know that the Maestro of Goddess is playing safely towards the back boxes. Frag grenade goes down, it's going to down Super. Do they know? That's the real question. There are no points, so you're not assured of whether or not you got a kill. It's not secured. Hot drop through the hatch, and it's a common plant spot for Canadian, trying to lure Goddess out of her position. Neptune's falls to Fold. Super has not been picked up yet. Thinking Nate has the cross. This is a march of death right now for SQ, and
Harm no foul. EMP goes off, and this should be the hatch being open. Yes, it will. It's finally confirmed by those X-Kairos of Habana, but still a long road ahead of them. Haven't worked their way into sight. You guys see 3 drones roll in, trying to get all the info. Canadian putting it pre-placed at the back of Armory. And remember, it is Rainbow Six Siege. This is not any other game in the world. All of the information is what's the most important. Honestly, the gun comes second in these instances. It's going to be a fast drop, a fast trade between 2 players. Frag grenades pour in as well as stuns. The plant's already going down. Bosco keeping vertical pressure. Are they even aware of this? Laxi moves the Yokai drone. He stops one, so they have the information. Canadian rotates back behind the bomb chassis to try and defend himself from the rotate hole. Retro works his way in. Laxi inside of Mud Tunnel, but he's out of Yokais now. Canadian sticks it. Plant successful. Vert and Retro very low HP, but Vert still wins it out anyways. Laxi the only man with full HP as they finally equalize. Volts works his way down blue with the pistol, but tends to rotate back up. Oh no, he's being chased right now and he can hear them. Whips the pistol back out, but no, he's got a fully loaded AR now. It's a double kill for him on the round. They still have protection upstairs, but Vert gets him because of the cardiac sensor. What a smart utility usage. It's down to Vert, very low HP. He's trying to stump them. He's trying to keep this at equalization. Such low HP still onto the triple kill, but he's got to worry about the
destruction so far has been great. able to take out very valuable pieces of utility from evil geniuses that will enable them on this very standard defensive church, as we had mentioned. This is likely to happen, and it is indeed exactly as the prophecy foretold. First floor control with 45 seconds on the clock. Down goes a frag grenade. Right into dirt. Don't know what that cleared out. Might have possibly been a target as a human, might have possibly been a Maestro cam. We don't know.
Definitely got a drone.
Utility being dumped on in. See if a plant can go down. Canadian attempting it. Will he just simply be fodder for a C4? Yes, he will. Gotcha gets him. Peak goes out. There goes the C4. It might catch somebody, but it's shrugged off by Rampy. And the corpse of Canadian will go for the plant. Fultz gets gunned down by Mo. But it's 2 for Thinking Nate. He's got so much of an advantage. At the bottom of main stairs, Bosco's there as well. Another for Thinking Nate, looking for 4, but he can't deal with Necrox. There's still 2 more members of SSG who can get Necrox. Should he peek on out? Is he going to secure the kill? Bottom of main stairs, he'll get it. There's 2 more guns from Space Station, and it's Rampy to be credited with it with the diffuser down. 5 in a row for Space Station Gaming.
On attack.
On attack. A 60